Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you how to make this bikini, so if that's something that you want to see, then just keep on watching. I wanted to go ahead and share this tutorial with you guys because Bougie Doll Life just did a haul on her channel and she mentioned the beach, so I think it would be a nice little tutorial for you guys. So the only two products you're going to need are the elastic band right here, and I got it from Hobby Lobby. It's shiny elastic leopard trim, but it's the elastic trim you can get in the sewing section. It's $4.99 for this pattern, but the other solid colors are cheaper, and they go on 40% off sale. I don't think they do 50% off for those anymore, but the main point is it's really stretchy, and this is used to make hair ties, so if you have extra hair ties, go ahead and use that. The other ingredient, the other tool you'll need is just some hot glue. You can sew it if you want, but we're going to glue it. So the first step, as you can see, is I'm just measuring for the waistband, and it's really simple and straightforward. And you have to decide where you want it positioned. At first, I was going to put it like more of a high waist, but then I decided to just put that waistband right where her molded underwear fit. And then I trimmed off the excess, as you just saw, and now I'll know exactly where to glue. So as you can see, I did have it a little bit higher, but I'm going to drop it down lower in a minute. So while I have the waistband up, I'm just going to take a strip of the elastic ribbon and go from her waistband to under her and around the back to the other waistband. I could have not figured out a more awkward way to say that. So the crotch part, basically. So I snipped that off, and you can do one if you want, because I know there are thong bikinis, but I think a little bit wider of a strip looks a whole lot better. And so that's why I do two instead of one. Would it be simpler if you just do one? Yes. So you can do that if you want to. It would also save you on the elastic cord, blah, 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 blah. It would also save you on the elastic ribbon if you don't have that much of it, say if you're using hair ties. So this part is, I'm just kind of gluing, and I think I glued it off camera, right? Because if I try to glue on camera, I'm not going to glue it in the right position. So I went and glued this off camera, and then I'm just double checking my measurements. You could glue it to where the back is wider if you want. I'm just showing you your little options, your different options, I should say. And yeah, I'm just double checking everything before I glue it down, because the glue is actually a really strong hold, and it's super hard to, you basically have to start over if you make a mistake. With sewing, you can just like undo the seam and re-sew it, but with this, it's much quicker, but the trade-off is if you make a mistake, you pretty much have to get a new piece. So then I've secured that to the waistband, and I'm measuring yet again, because again, this is a very, very quick method, but like I said, you don't want to make a mistake. And so on the back, I'm just measuring where I want that to fall. Now, it's not in the original position or the position I originally intended it to be in, but that's okay. And that is exactly why we do like extra measurements. I keep double checking, just because I don't really want to start over or waste the elastic ribbon. So I glued that on the back, and now I'm just going to secure that other piece down. You could glue this on the doll. If glue gets on the doll, it does peel off because your doll is made of plastic. However, do be careful, because I would hate for you to like melt your doll or something, but I just peel the glue right off. It usually works for my dolls, but on your dolls, proceed with utmost caution, of course. So then, as you can see, that is the bottoms. Oh, I didn't glue it yet. Hold on. At any moment, I'm going to glue this. Okay, there it goes. So I'm just pressing that in, making the hold super secure and firm. And now we are going to start with the top. So I use the same method for the waistband for the top. So I just measured around and snipped where I needed to measure it. And then I'm just going to glue it like this. Now, you can have a simple bandeau top, perfectly fine. This is also a good way to kind of dress your dolls when they're not in use. You could just like make some little elastic bandeau tops so they're not in the nude. But I like to have the one strap going across. You can do two straps, but I like to have the one strap going across for the bathing suit. I just like how it looks. And so I'm just showing you how it can look neat if you take your time and do it neatly. It doesn't have to look raggedy or cheap just because you're using like two materials and one of them being hot glue. It can look really nice. So I'm going to glue that down. I'm just like measuring exactly where I need it to go. And so for the front, I glue it under the bust band. And on the back, I glue it on top of the bust band. This is done primarily for the look. It just looks a lot nicer, but also so I can easily tell what is the front and what is the back. So I've glued the front down, and I'm just going to snip very carefully that little excess part off. And see how neat that looks, you guys. I'm telling you, this does not have to look like, raggedy by any means. And so that is the top. Did I glue the back of it yet? I think I'm adjusting lighting here. Yeah, that looks really nice. And I have glued down the back. I'm doing voiceover as I edit. So yeah, that looks really nice. And here is kind of like that finished product. It looks so good. I have a filter that I use from Instagram. And I really like how the filter looks. It's called Boho Home. And so it really complements browns and everything very, very well. And yeah, I know I said take your time with this project. Even when you take your time, it's not going to take that much time, okay? The bikini looks super neat. And it does look really good even on curvy fit Barbies. So I actually made these first, and I just got the leopard print trim. So I also have a bathing suit that I make, and I'll try to get that video up, filmed today, even if I can't like get it up today. So look out for that one, and thanks for watching. P.S. I do not mind if you guys use this method and make some bathing suits to sell on Etsy. I don't mind. I understand that not everyone is very skilled at making their own doll clothing, and I myself cannot service the entirety of the doll community. So feel free to use this doll method to make some doll money, and I'll probably have some up on Etsy too. Link in bio. Thanks again. Bye.